1951 saw Newcastle return to Wembley after a 19-year absence to take on the artists from Blackpool. The great Stanley Matthews was the creative force behind that team, but United had assembled a mighty side themselves. More importantly, fate decreed it was to be United and wore Jackie's year.
Robledo gets possession. Blackpool hesitated, expecting an offside decision, and Jackie Milburn's away on his own, a beautiful solo effort. So far, the Royal Party had seen rather disappointing football. Surrounded, back heels to Milburn, who beat Farm from about 25 yards. Things look black indeed for the pool. And now for the presentation of the cup.
12 months later, Newcastle were back again. The opposition and outcome had a familiar ring. 20 years earlier, it had taken a hotly disputed goal for Newcastle to beat Arsenal. In 1952, Joe Harvey's team needed another stroke of luck to lift the cup.
The Tynesiders now started foraging for goals. Jackie Milburn led the attack, but Joe Mercer, number 6, was always on the spot. So soon afterwards, he sent it to George Robledo, who headed the goal of the match. Mr. Churchill was there to present the cup, and he presented it.
Well, I'm very proud indeed to be taking this cup back to Tyneside for the second time in 2 years.
Although Harvey didn't realise it at the time, 2 desperately barren seasons were to follow. By the 54-55 season, the United lineup had been given a new lease of life. Harvey had handed the captaincy to Scottish international Jimmy Schooler. There was Yorkshire miner Len White, perhaps one of the greatest players never to win an England cap. And at half-back, a man for the later pages of cup history with Sunderland, Bob Stokoe.
Don Revie kicks off.
United reached their 10th cup final that season. The opposition, Manchester City, and their legendary German goalkeeper, Bert Trautmann.
Len White took the kick, a beauty, and Jack Milburn headed through. Yes, Newcastle were 1 up with a goal in less than a minute. That was sensation number 1. Bert Trautmann, once a German prisoner of war in Britain, had a vitally important job defending the city's goal. He rose to the occasion magnificently. It was from one of these raids that a high centre from Hayes was headed in by Bobby Johnston for the equaliser. Because Newcastle was soon right on top. In less than 10 minutes, Bobby Mitchell took a very nice pass and beat Trautmann from a sharp angle. The unlucky Meadows was watching it again, and all the time they looked like going further ahead. Mitchell played a big part in Newcastle's 3rd goal, driving down the wing and making a perfect opening. George Hanna did the rest.
The drive to their football ground.
It was hard to believe, as Schooler brought the cup back to a delirious Tyneside, that this was the last domestic trophy a Newcastle captain would collect. But for those supporters, their team was the pride of England, with the country's greatest centre-forward.
Jackie has his own way of replying before Schooler speaks.